Today we are making what I consider to be the greatest peasant dish of all time. Like seriously, this is a recipe that dates back to the medieval times where many peasants ate this exact same dish because it was made with affordable ingredients and it gave you the energy to tackle on a hard day's work. Anyways, we're talking gachamigas. This is basically a Spanish-style bread that's cooked in the stovetop in a fry pan, so there's no oven involved, and it's filled with a ton of garlic flavor. Folks, we're talking easy to make, minimal ingredients, and the kind of food that's gonna fill your body with so much goodness. All right, let's begin by heating a large fry pan with a medium heat and add in half a cup of extra virgin olive oil, which is 120 milliliters. Of course, you can use whatever oil you like here. It's just extra virgin. It's what's typically used in Spain. You'll find a link where you can get the Spanish olive oil I'm using to make this recipe in the description box below. In the meantime, I'm gonna separate the cloves from one head of garlic, and we'll cut a slit on each garlic, making sure to leave the skins intact. Then we'll add in the cloves of garlic into the fry pan, and we'll mix them around. That way they're all coated in that olive oil, and we're gonna saute them between 3 to 4 minutes or until they're lightly golden brown. And let me tell you, by leaving the skins on the cloves of garlic, it's gonna give them a beautiful buttery texture, and it's also gonna ensure that they don't brown too quickly, which will give your oil a bitter flavor. After about 4 minutes, and the cloves of garlic are lightly browned, I'm going to remove them from the fry pan and set them aside. Now, using the same pan with the same heat, I'm going to add in 2 cups of all-purpose flour, which is 240 grams. And we'll mix the flour with the olive oil, and you want to make sure to mix this continuously, that way that oil is well incorporated into the flour. After about 3 minutes, and all the oil has been absorbed by the flour, and we've ended up with a crumbly mixture, I'm going to slowly add in 3 cups of water, which is 720 milliliters. The secret here, make sure to slowly add in that water while you mix it continuously. This is going to make it so much easier for that water to be absorbed by the flour. And as you continue to slowly add in the water and notice that the mixture is starting to thicken up and becoming a bit more difficult to mix around, you start folding the mixture instead. This is also going to ensure that that water is well incorporated into the flour. Once all the water has been added and we've ended up with a dough-like texture, let's move back to the cloves of garlic. I'm going to remove the skins from each clove, and as you can see, by cutting a slit on each one earlier, it makes it so much easier to remove the skins. Then we'll add in the cloves of garlic over the dough, season generously with sea salt, and 1 teaspoon of dried rosemary, which is about 1 gram. The dried herbs are optional here, and you can use whatever herbs you like. And we'll start folding the dough together, that way all the ingredients are well mixed. And we're gonna continue to do this between 25 to 30 minutes or until the dough is just cooked through. And let me tell you, don't have to mix this around continuously, but do get in there every 3 to 4 minutes, that way all the dough is evenly cooked all around. After cooking the dough between 25 to 30 minutes, and it's got a light golden color all around, I'm going to start pushing down on the dough, that way it molds to the pan, and we're going to cook it without mixing it between 6 to 7 minutes. This is going to give it a beautiful crust underneath. After about 6 to 7 minutes, it's time to flip the bread to give the other side a nice golden crust as well. I'm going to use a plate here that's slightly smaller than the pan, place it over the pan, and then flip the pan into the plate. Then we'll slide the bread back into the pan. And once again, we're going to cook this for another 6 to 7 minutes without mixing it. That way the bottom part can develop that beautiful golden crust. About 6 to 7 minutes after flipping the bread and it's developed a golden crust underneath, this dish is ready to go. I'm going to remove the fry pan from the heat and we'll slide it into a serving dish. Check it out, our Gachamigas is done, a beautiful Spanish garlic bread from the medieval times. easy to make, humble ingredients, and once again, the kind of food that's gonna fill you with so much goodness. Let's give it a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, Gachamigas, a Spanish recipe that dates back all the way to the medieval era, and let me tell you, it smells absolutely delicious. Here we go. All right, finish this. First things first, this is how good peasants ate back in the day. So many great flavors with the olive oil, the kiss of rosemary, and then all that garlic to take things to the next level. Folks, you saw this very easy to make. Give it a try at home. Perfect as a snack, or even next to some grilled fish, or even a stew for an incredible meal. Either way, I promise the flavors are gonna completely blow you away because this is that good. Truly, one of the greatest peasant dishes ever. Really quick before I go, shout out to a couple of my patrons, Nancy T, David Anthony, Jean, Maybeth Robles, and Manuel J. Rosales. Again, guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button as it really helps out the channel. Leave me a comment below. And as always, don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. That way our Spain on a Fork community can continue to grow. Till the next time, hasta luego.